Well, if you remember, it was March 23rd when ULM announced Missy Bilderback would resign to take a head coaching position at fellow SBC conference school, Southern Mississippi. Well, it just took the school 5 days to find their next leader of the Warhawks. And today they introduced Mr. Scotty Fletcher as the new Lady Warhawks head basketball coach. I tell you what, this is a young man who is fired up. He's ready to go. He's ready to make some history at ULM.
I am so excited to introduce your new women's basketball coach, Coach Scotty Fletcher.
It's an honor. Like I said, I don't take it lightly. It's just a dream come true. And what I mean by that is there's only so many of these jobs out in the country. And I had a really good job, but I wouldn't have left for just any job. You know, and when you have alignment and it starts at the top, and John Hartwell's vision for our athletic department is second to none. His leadership is supreme. I go back to how, like I said, our relationship at Ole Miss and how he treated me. When you can work for somebody like that and you get to see the people that are around here and how special they are, it's a place you want to be a part of. So this is a community that's welcomed me, and I know it's going to welcome me and my wife with open arms. Also, like I said, Coach Bilderback has really bragged on Monroe and how awesome a place it is. So I know there's a lot of elite coaches and elite players in this conference, you know, and there's not a lot of programs that can say they've been to the Final Four. And that's something that we'll talk about as well, because not every program throughout the country can sell that, you know, but that also shows the rich and storied tradition of the great players and great coaches that have been here at Monroe.
He fits the image of Coach Vincent, you know, Coach Cunningham, you know, Molly Finkner, Rachel in women's golf, you know, all high energy folks who, you know, are really engaged with having championship teams.
And we will hear much, much more from the newly hired Scotty Fletcher later on this week. All right, we have some softball in Downsville. A little controversy early. How about Izzy Hicks right here with the ground ball? Called out initially. Tell you what, the coach would come out here and talk, hey, foot was off the bag, umpires reverse the call her safe, that brings home a run. Then it's Abby Barkley hitting a chopper to the left side of the field. That's good enough for an RBI infield single at that point in the game. And how about Chelsea Walsworth right here, slapped down the third baseline. This is going to score 3 runs, and she's going to find her way at third base with a triple. Good stuff from her. That's Addie Austin with a base hit through the left side of the field. That's going to plate another run. The Lady Demons continue to pour it on at this point in the game. A lower marker for the Lady Panthers trying to settle in right here. She gets the strikeout, frees the batter for strike number 3 at that point. And it's Eden Miller, though, going to keep things going. Pop fly to shallow left center field. This is going to drop right here for a hit. She's going to start things back up for the Lady Demons. Later on, it's Addie Austin scoring on a pass ball right here to extend the Lady Demons lead at that point. A few pitches later, how about the Lady Demons trying to score again on a pass ball? This time, Courtney McKennedy is going to make the out at home plate right there to end the inning at that point. Runners on now for McKinney, and she's going to take advantage of it. Reaches on an error right here. This is going to plate a run, and they're trying to inch back in this game. But I tell you what, the Lady Demons would not go away in this one. They would continue to pour it on. As you're going to see, Miss Addie Austin with a hard hit ball up the middle. 2 runs going to score. Ball gets away, and then check her out. Turn on the Jets right here. This is kind of like the childhood fun right here, just run around the bases, and she's going to go. Technically not an inside the park home run, but yeah, she still scored from her own at bat at that point in the game. Yeah, I'll tell you what, all Downsville in this one all the time as they get the win over Dotson, 20-5, your final in that one. Other softball scores that passed along to you tonight. Claiborne Christian gets a win over Forest, 9-4, your final on that one. Gina picks up a big win, 13-2, your final there. Simsboro over Bastrop, 12-2, your final that one. West Washita gets a shutout win over Shudra, 10-0, your final there. We had baseball action earlier this afternoon. Cedar Creek at Washita, game 1 of a doubleheader in this one. Check out the base running right here from the Cougars. Going to advance to second base on the pass ball, looking to get some score or some runs on the board as they're still tied at 0. Unfortunately, the Cougars not able to capitalize at that point. Then it's Cade Luker on the bump. He's in the zone. The breaking ball for strike number 3 right there. And then how about Luker going right back to work? Same pitch, same results. Strike number 3, freezing the batter up. Yeah, he's just so good on the bump. The lefty going to work as usual. Connor Yates for the Cougars, try to get something going. Ground ball to second base right here. A weird hop on the back end of this thing, and he's going to reach on an error right there. Tell you what, Bo Woolley, though, got to do what he does and pitch the ground ball to minimize any kind of damage at this point to get out of the inning. Still tied up 0-0 in this one. One on for the Lions now. How about Colton Evans doing a job? Talk about doing a job. Lays down the sacrifice bunt right there. He'd be thrown out, make it close to first base, but this would advance the runner and put one in scoring position with just one out in this one. But Cade Luker having none of it. Off-speed pitch right there for strike number 3. And how about Luker this time coming with some heat right here for strike number 3 to end the inning. And yeah, go into the top half of the inning, still scoreless in this ballgame. Aiden Crosby hitting one right here off the third base bag right here. He's going to reach safely at that point. Next batter, Crosby, though, he's going to take off and try to be aggressive and take second base. But how about Colton Evans throwing a dart down to second base? He gets the out. Beautiful stuff from him. This game, a defensive battle early on. It was about the fifth inning, excuse me. Cedar Creek Cougars got the bats going in this one. They would plate 7 runs in the final 3 innings of the game, and they would get the win over Ouachita. 7-0 your final in that one. A couple of baseball scores to pass along on. It starts you off with one you're not going to see. West Monroe with a 4-3 win over number 1 Benton. Yeah, the West Monroe Rebels playing some good baseball right here. Game number 2 of that doubleheader. Ouachita gets the win over Cedar Creek 4-2 your final in that one. Downsville Charter tried to make it over there against Delhi Charter. Yeah, they would get the big time win 18-3 your final in that one. Darbon Woods a winner over North Webster 4-1, and West Ouachita a win over Beekman Charter 17-2 your final in that one. I'll tell you what, we got a fun week ahead, and I'm really excited tonight. Just found out Reston High officially getting a wrestling team for the 2025-2026 season. Send me the schedule now. I'm going to get out there and try to catch up with Reston High officials to hear what's the latest on that news. But hey, that's all the time here in The Score. Thanks for watching.